And the talk shop resumes in Studio 255 at the Laramie Plains Civic Center, brought to you in part by Pepsi. Pepsi Beverages providing aqua water right here in the Studio 255. We've got special guests today. Merav Ben David bringing two companion animals and ferociously friendly, Merav.
Yeah.
You are a delight. You've made our day bringing us special visitors. Tell us who's with us here today. Let's try to get them in frame.
Yeah, Elma, come here. Good girl. Come here.
Now, who's this? Who's this?
This is Elwa. Elwa is an Alaskan Husky from Fairbanks, Alaska, and this is her cousin Tulik, also from Fairbanks. They are Alaskan Huskies, and they actually have been part of a special breeding program that Denali National Park initiated several years ago to increase the genetic diversity of the kennel. I don't know if you know the Denali National Park. Yes, look at that. Oh my goodness. Very nice. Denali National Park has a kennel. They use dogs to monitor the park in winter because it's wilderness. They can't use snow machines, so they have a kennel of dogs, and they run dog teams. And over the years, the genetic diversity of the, you might want to watch this, they think it's a toy. Nope. Nope.
Oh, I see. We got equipment that's attractive.
Yeah.
I see. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. Off.
Tulik.
Oh, you're a handful, aren't you?
He is.
You're a puppy. You're just a youngin', though.
Yeah,
Less than a year old.
Yeah, 8 months on the 17th. So, yeah, so to increase the genetic diversity of the Denali kennel, they asked a few Alaskan mushers to breed dogs for them, including a friend of mine in Fairbanks, and I got the rejects of the breeding program.
These are not rejects, Merav. No way. You've made them champions.
They are champions, and they're actually very nice dogs. But
you know, having a studio that's entertaining people is like having a home that you have to childproof
yes.
Before you go anywhere.
That's true. Yeah, and he's at the phase where everything is interesting, and he needs to try it out. You know, just like a kid. So, yeah.
So what has brought you and our special guests here to the talk shop today, this morning, to talk about in Studio 255?
Yes, so we came here to talk about the plan to create a new dog park in Laramie. And we brought Elwa and Tulik to advocate for it. The reason we need a new dog park. We have 2 dog parks in Laramie. I don't know if you've seen them, Eric.
Optimist I've seen.
You've seen. And there is a tiny, teeny one on Harney by the sports complex between 22nd and 30th. It's part of the university sports complex.
Okay.
But they are, both are very small. The one in Optimist, all 3 parts put together, if you don't separate them, is only an acre and 0.15, 1.15 acres. And the one on Harney is only 0.37 acres.
Oh my gosh. So do you have some ideas on what Laramie could benefit from?
So let's talk about why does Laramie need another dog park, a decent, large, or even I would say 2 large dog parks. The reason is that we have an estimated, are you sitting down, Eric?
I am.
23,000 dogs in the city of Laramie alone.
That's more than voted in the last election.
Definitely the tax, the 6-pack pence tax.
That's 8 times what voted in the tax election.
Yes.
May 5th.
Right. So we have an estimated, not everybody registered the dogs, so we don't have a full account, but based on how many people live in Laramie and what the national average of dogs per household, the estimate is 23,000 dogs. Now, if you are like me on the Facebook, Lost and Found, you might be, every day dogs run off.
Right.
Every day people lose their dogs or they find dogs running loose. A huge hazard. A friend of mine just this week, actually driving on 4th, hit a dog, and we don't know if she survived or not because she was taken to the vet. And that was because the dog jumped out of the sidewalk, wasn't on a leash, jumped into the street. Another reason, people say, oh, we don't need a dog park. We have the Pilot Hill Project. We have Happy Jack. We can take our dogs up there. But you know, there are a lot of people who cannot go.
Right.
And a lot of people cannot go there.
Well, and let's face it, any home is a confined area and not roomy enough for many breeds that need to run. They are active animals, not kennel friendly. They're not suited to that confinement as much as they are. They need to break loose.
So do people.
Yeah.
And let me give you an example. People say, oh yeah, just take your dog to the Pilot Hill Project. So yes, I do. That's where we came from just now to visit you. But there are people who are disabled. And they can't take their dogs. Say, okay, disabled people shouldn't have dogs.
Well, you got to have companion animals. You have to have service animals.
Service animals. A friend of mine who was a runner, a hiker, had dogs, service dogs for medical condition, had foot injury, ankle injury. Used to take the dogs to Pilot Hill all the time, can't do it anymore. So what do?
As Pilot Hill has developed, it's become more restrictive.
And more restrictive, but I'm thinking of my friends and you know, people in Laramie in general that are unable. Yeah. They either have disabilities, contracted cancer, started chemo. What, are you going to give your dog to the shelter just because you're ill?
Right.
I mean, it's awful.
Right. Yeah.
If you think about it from that perspective, the fact that we don't have a decent dog park is really not good.
So what are some ideas that you have or that you've heard discussed that's being considered or should be considered through Laramie?
Okay, so first of all, we did an online survey where we asked people what they would like to see. And based on that, we are looking for locations. So people want at least 20 acres where we will put handicap accessible trails and people can exercise with their dog. They won't have to make a choice, do I go to the gym or take my dog to the park? They can do both. Right. Huge advantage. So people want natural vegetation because, as you know, in Optimist, right now, Optimist is closed. There is no Optimist option.
They're reseeding and doing some of that.
They're reseeding because I have grass.
Yeah.
If you have natural vegetation, you don't need to reseed. People want night lighting for people who work late.
You know, just across Garfield Street from Optimist Park is 32 prime acres, right riverfront, that would make that natural area completely possible in a snap of a finger, Merav.
Eric, I think you have something right there that it's one of the options. If somebody was to buy that land.
The city of Laramie in June of 2025 earmarked $5 million for development, city development.
Yeah.
Might that be important?
I presented a proposal. So let me just finish that. We created a proposal with a statement of need that I told you that is all written down. Then the results from the survey of what people want.
Keep going.
What people want. And then I did a survey of dog parks in Wyoming and Colorado to see what is offered there.
Come on, come here, come here. We're gonna entertain the kids.
Yeah,
We're gonna entertain the kiddos.
here, you can put him on a leash so he will not cause much damage.
You're
Anyway,
okay.
so to make it a long story short, visited multiple dog parks in all over Wyoming and Colorado, and saw what they have and what works and what doesn't. Also, two of the managers of the large dog parks near Denver offered their help in design.
Consultant design, huh?
Yes, free of charge. And now the issue now is finding the location.
Yes.
I presented it to City Council, and it was very favorably accepted.
Received, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, good.
And so once they finish talking about the budget, we're gonna have work sessions to work more on a dog park.
Beautiful.
One of the potential locations is actually the south end of the fairgrounds.
Like by the soccer fields, or
Yeah, so there are 40 acres. The county leased that 18 of those to the Laramie Soccer Club to build a whole complex, but they only build one field, and they don't have money for more.
right?
And even so, there is still 20-some acres left. And
How much acreage is ideal for the type of dog parks that we're thinking about?
so most of the people in the
23,000 animals.
23,000 now. And
And not all of them as well behaved as yours.
yeah, and mine can be pain too. By the way, they can misbehave. As well trained as they are, they can still misbehave.
Very nicely socialized. Beautiful.
So
Anyway.
yeah, so yeah, people at the minimum want 20 acres because that is enough to put trails for people to get. You know, you can run a trail. Just to give you an example, in Saratoga, which is only 1,800 people, they have a dog park that is 4 acres. We have 1 acre. They have way less dogs and 4 acre, and they have a nice handicap accessible trails that I walked my dogs there, my friend and I, and got several miles in.
Right on.
In 4 acres. So 20 acres will be really.
And it's not outside the city. It's part of the city.
It's in city. So my next step is presenting this to the commissioners
Okay.
in the next meeting, and get a few more, investigate a few more conditions that we need to meet, and then do it.
Right on. Right on.
I hope. I mean, people ask me, how are you going to get the money? And so many people have already volunteered to donate money and time to build a place and maintain it. The main thing is keeping it clean. And so.
So what, at this stage, what do you need most, Merav? In terms of time,
support.
talent, treasure of others, what do you need?
Right now, I need the community support to make it to make sure that our leaders, city council, county commissioners, chamber of commerce, anybody that can have any influence, make that a priority, because it is a priority.
Yeah. Well, that's just canine.
Yes.
23,000.
Yes.
Where did that number come from? How did that survey? That was your survey.
No,
that did that.
the survey only 133 people responded,
Uh-huh.
which I appreciate that. Interesting, the results didn't change after 60 or 80 or 130 people. Everybody more or less wants the same, which is good because that makes it easier in the planning. The estimate of 23,000 comes from number of households in Laramie, and that's just the city limits. A lot of people come to the dog park from outside of town. A lot of people who work long hours and are exhausted but need to exercise their dogs, hi Tuli, come to the Optimist Park. I met a lot of, so that 23,000 estimate is an underestimate.
It's under, yeah, low number.
National average of number of dogs per household is 1.6. I have 2. I contribute to the above average.
You're not an outlier.
No. And so basically, you're ruining the equipment. So the you take 14,000 households in Laramie, city of Laramie, multiply by 1.6, you get. Because not all dogs register.
What's your dream, Merav? What with this project? What's some people shoot for the moon. If you shoot for the stars around the moon, what's that picture look like for you, Merav?
2 dog parks, one at the south end of the fairgrounds, and one expansion of the one in what's called Aragon Field.
Okay.
And the one in Aragon is already set up legally to be an outdoor recreation as actually is the
That would be the north side of Aragon, probably.
yeah, the north side of Aragon.
Right.
The idea is that then you have better accessibility to people living in both ends of town.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so.
And do these areas, as they're developed, generally have trees and that type of what's the environment look like for the dogs? Are there dog Olympic
You can
type of things that can be there to challenge them?
Yeah, you can have agility. So I've visited multiple dog parks, and he's cracking me up. So there are a lot of different dog parks and a lot of different setups. For example, one of the big ones that I visited in Colorado is in Aurora, and that's 107 acres.
Wow.
With multiple trails, a creek that goes through it, and dogs can swim. Well, right now, water level is really low, so they just wade in. Despite being so big, people stop coming to it in the summer because there is no shade. And that's something that I'm going to.
So you got to have some amenities, some human things as well.
In places like Laramie,
Social pieces.
You need some shelter from wind, and some shade. We would like to have a pond like they have in Chatfield. Chatfield is in
off of Highland.
Yeah,
C470, if you know where that's at in Denver.
Correct. And it's a huge recreation. It's a very big reservoir for southern Colorado, and they took one of the smaller parts, ponds, and they fenced it in for the dogs. It's only 69 acres, not 107, but you know what? It's way better because it has both paved trails, natural trails. It has the big ponds for dogs to swim, and people come there, especially in the summer when it's hot. And specialized parking, restrooms, a lot of things that.
So many logistics and considerations have to be incorporated and infused into many things.
So the nice thing is that the head of Parks and Rec in Laramie now, Michael Bull, actually has experience designing dog parks.
Wonderful.
And we have the 2 managers in Colorado that volunteer to help.
Well, that's essential. And if you would like to contribute to Merav Ben David's effort and her initiative in preparing, probably a month out before you would be a part of the work session schedule in the city of Laramie schedule. I'm not sure about the commissioner's schedule, but in the city, you'd probably be at least a month before that consideration would be there, wouldn't you?
The best thing right now to do is to log on to the survey and fill it out.
So the survey's still open?
Oh, it's still open, and people can log in and fill up the survey. It takes 2 minutes, and I'll send you the link so you can put it on your site. Yeah,
we will add that to the Top Shop social media pages.
Yeah,
and we will help contribute to getting more data points completed.
Yeah, it's not so much. I don't expect the results to change of what people want, but it will give more credibility to my claim that we need the dog park. We need 2 dog parks. We need a decent dog park. So the more people you can reply to the city Parks and Rec survey, and in additional comments that they ask for, say we need a dog park. That's another way to make sure that people make that a priority, that our leaders make this a priority.
I want to thank you and your special friends for visiting Studio 255 here today, Merav.
Yep.
It's wonderful to have such energetic paw friends around. On Paw Patrol are 2 gorgeous guests, and we thank you for bringing our friends in, and they have made themselves welcome and at home here in Studio 255. We love it. Yeah. And this segment brought to you in part by Pole Mountain Pharmacy, dedicated to the health and wellness of Southeast Wyoming from their location at 4th and Harney. And also Perkins Restaurant and Bakery, you know where they're at. They've got the biggest flag in Laramie flying high on 30th Street next to the Holiday Inn. And our good friends at I-80 Towing and Automotive Services, they are at 3830 Cherrywood Loop East. And Deviant Piercing and Tattoo, we appreciate your support, Linnell, and your team. Thank you for doing what you do in the community. This is part of the Community Corner with Merav and David. I'm Eric Henderson, and this is our program. Community Corner is inviting you. If you have news or information you would like to make a part of the program, please join us. The microphones are open, and we will have you on. We'll get your message out and make all the impact we can as often as we can, as often as you will come to the microphone. Studio 255, located in the Laramie Plains Civic Center, and we're proud to be a neighbor to you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Entertaining. It's
interesting that he likes soda cans.